like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. Yo, I'm just like my country. I'm young, scrappy, and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not gonna regret this shot. I'm not gonna regret this shot. Yo, I know my arm hurts like a motherfucker. Not gonna regret this shot. I'm not gonna regret this shot. I'm not gonna regret this shot. Yo, my heart hurts like a motherfucker, but I'm not gonna regret this shot. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna, Moderna. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna, Moderna. Whoa! Yeah, my arm hurts like a motherfucker, but I'm not gonna regret this shot. I'm not gonna regret my shot. I'm not gonna regret my shot. Yeah, my arm hurts like a motherfucker, but I'm not gonna regret this shot. Tuesday, Tuesday. My arm hurts. I mean, this Moderna is no joke. Like, for reals. And about 10 minutes after I got the shot, I was in a Harris Teeter on Sunday afternoon and got my shot. I'm sorry, Kevin, by the way. You know, I'm going to work on bit by bit getting this exactly pitch perfect the way it should be. If the audio is not coming through on both sides, I apologize. Either way, it's great to see you. It's great to see you, Monique. It's great to see you, Nikki. It's great to see you, Linda. Fantastic to see all these people in here. But anyway, I did get my first vaccine. And I also just got a child abduction alert. I have an alibi. It's not me. It's not me, I promise. I guess I got to find the right camera it's at, because I spent most of this afternoon figuring out how to do this. You got a rotating selection now to look through. Hopefully it's coming through on your end. I've got it working. Are the cameras rotating for y'all? Are you seeing the variety? I know, Kevin, I saw you got your first. Hopefully the after effects weren't as bad as I got it at first. Within 10 minutes, as I'm walking around the store with a little egg timer in hand to count down the 15-minute wait, I started getting sharp pains in the back of my left shoulder. I got it in my left arm. And, you know, after that, I started getting a little bit of headache, a little bit of what I felt was it might have been a fever, I'm not sure. But, you know, once I got some fluids in me and seriously downed a lot of water, it was pretty good. And 2 days later, I didn't know if I'd be able to do this tonight, but I got inspired last night to do that little opening number, because I'm not going to regret this shot, and I don't think any of us that are choosing to get vaccinated will do the same. This is great. Thank you. Yeah, most people I know are doing the little selfie thing and posting up on Facebook, but I look at it this way. If you're not tuning in to what I'm doing on a weekly basis, well, screw you. You don't need to know. But for those of you who keep coming back and checking out what I'm playing, I appreciate it. And you now know that I'm much better. Did they? Oh. The superpower I acquired was the ability to speak in full sentences without tripping over my tongue. And to figure out how to use technology. I mean, this is crazy. I figured this out watching YouTube. I suck at technology. I suck at it. By the way, sorry, I'm going to bypass this real quick. While I'm talking to y'all, that's a little bit better, I'm sure. I'm pretty sure I also may have, if you see antennas growing out of my back during the course of tonight's live stream, you're going to have it on footage, and then you'll have the first, I guess, my God, I can't even think straight. You'll have evidence of the vaccine causing mutant growth. So anyway, so I did not come in with much preparation. I've been watching the NCAA tournament. I've been getting my vaccine, and I didn't even know if I was going to play tonight. But we're going to have fun. I do have another cover tune challenge that is tied in to the idea of getting a vaccine. So, and I think you'll dig it. I think it's a classic. It is definitely a classic. So, well, before we go any further, based on popular demand, and since I forgot to play it last week, we're going to redo the opener from a couple weeks ago for all the people that are all upset and devastated over the fate of Dr. Seuss's 6 books and everything else that has been considered cancel culture. Check, check, check. Oh, got to turn this back on. This is cancel culture. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. Good evening, Dr. Seuss. I see that your name is back in the news. 6 for selling books removed. Let's scream out censorship. America is screwed. 'Cause it's cancel culture. Cancel culture. Good ain't there, potato head. Was dead. How dare you not tell us what a toy spud should adorn? I had the strangest thought yesterday that maybe we ought to get along. Call me crazy or maybe insane, but maybe we all have it wrong. Embrace some change, but it's just cancel culture. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. In the Congo and Lucy in the sky. Books on fire. Lord of the Flies and the Catcher in the Rye. Books on fire. So ludicrous. Tintin in the Congo and Lucy in the sky. manufacturing rate. You better not take a knee, or else your existence is over to me. Viva hypocrisy. Do what I say and forget what you see. Or just face cancel culture. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. Cancel culture. Do you want Dr. Seuss by despising the Lorax? Baby, that you even Disney Plus 2 will edit you too if you show too much Lorax. Cancel culture. Do you want Dr. Seuss by despising the Lorax? Baby, that you even Disney Plus 2 will edit you too if you show too much Lorax. That was called cancel culture. So Kevin, tell me, how were your after effects? Did you feel pretty good afterwards? I know Monique, you said you have had both vaccinations. Nikki, I'm not sure if you have had yours yet. Same with you, Linda. Like to hear people's feedback for those that are afraid of getting the vaccine. You know, this is always good for people to hear it. And the sooner we get to that point, to that threshold, we can have herd immunity. We can get back to normal again. This would be a good thing. So far, my arm still hurts like the dickens, and the level of dehydration is ridiculous. Like, I've been kind of tired, need a little more sleep than usual so far, but it's been less than 2 days, so, you know, these things happen. And in the meantime, if you have suggestions, please toss them my way. I'm happy to play whatever you would like if it's something I already know. Whippersnappers. Oh, come on, Nikki. You are young at heart and spirit and soul and body. So, yeah, the second one's the one that I'm more concerned about. I hear that, and especially for the Moderna, because it's got, I think, a higher level of CCs, of antibodies or whatever. From what I understand, that's the one that can hit you hard, especially if you have not contracted COVID. So my date is April 18th. And, you know, it's funny. I didn't think much of it, so just to kind of switch gears a little bit and not to bring things down too much. I was in a Harris Teeter mid-afternoon on Sunday. Yesterday, people were shopping at a store in Boulder, Colorado. So, I mean, it's that hit me pretty hard personally, because you just never know. I mean, you're going about your business and you're going about your day. And, you know, the last thing on my mind, I'm more concerned about, I just want to get in there. I want to get my vaccine. I hope it doesn't hurt too much. The last thing I want to be thinking about is an active situation. So, you know, my thoughts are with those out in Boulder. Boulder's a beautiful city, but this has got to stop. And I don't have all the answers, and I know none of us do. But there's this idea of using your sensibilities and being smart and figuring out how to address people that need help in the first place, how to reach out to them when they're young, when the signs are there that they might be removing themselves from society, and doing a better job of sensible gun control. And that's my take on it. But, you know, anyway, out of that, we're not going to get this too political, even though that's kind of how it works. So I say, okay, cool. We've had some people who've lived in Colorado. I got to tell you, if I didn't live in North Carolina, and if I didn't have my family up and down the East Coast, Colorado is probably my favorite place in the United States. There's something about going up to the mountains, and you do feel as though you're standing inside a postcard. and it's crazy. And then you get back, and suddenly North Carolina, that's a beautiful area. Don't get me wrong, seems very flat and seems very in comparison. So I'd like to get back out there again. Boulder's a beautiful city. Denver's a beautiful city. And I have some good friends that are out there. So as soon as I get this second dose and have good 3 weeks under my belt, I'm planning on doing some traveling again. And let's get out there and explore the world again. So on the lines, let's see, anything that goes along with exploring. All right, I did this last week, but I think I'm going to do it again because we're getting closer and closer as time comes. This is called Are We Near It?
Were you saying something? 'Cause I heard nothing at all. Are you feeling nothing? 'Cause I felt it all alone. If love is what we need, why are we still battling in this pain? Set us free. Why are we still basking in this pain? Is it all we know? Am I missing something? Draw a line upon the sand. Make it crystal clear so I can finally understand. Racing everywhere. If time has set us free, why are we so absolutely scared? Is it all we know? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? We near it. Are we losing something every minute that we wait? Are we getting closer to a more enlightened state? Am I doubling down now on another losing hand? Is this all according to some fucked up master plan? Why are we still running on the rail? If faith is what we need, why are we still trapped inside our head? Is it all we know? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? Are we near it, or are we just a long way away? Are
All right, another tune from the same album. This is called Sudden Fall from Grace.
Just know that I'm waiting for nothing here but love inside my heart. Sudden fall from grace has left me lying helpless on the floor. It all seems out of place. Why can't we go back where we were before? So where did you go? I miss your heart, so pure and true. But most of all, I just miss you. I still believe that we have the choice to love without regret. Don't stop believing we haven't thrown it all away just yet. The sudden fall from grace has left me lying helpless on the floor. It all seems out of place. Why can't we go back where we were before? The sudden fall from grace has left me lying helpless on the floor. It all seems out of place. Why can't we go back where we were before? Sudden fall from grace, lying on the floor. All seems out of place. So where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Where did you go?
that's it for today's episode of Jazz Improv. Yeah, you should be sorry you're late, Jamie. Come on, man. You missed my little tribute to Hamilton. That's right. I did not regret my shot. So, we're getting close. We're getting closer and closer to the Cover Tune Challenge. And I'm not going to lie. I can tell that my energy is not 100% what it should be. So, this might be a little bit shorter live stream tonight. But without further ado, it is that time of evening when H.H. Gregory makes his way over to my leg. And so now, our weekly excursion. Hi, buddy. Once again, this is H.H. Gregory. He's a little ham. He wants to be a part of every single live stream. So, say hi to him. Send your love. I don't know if you can hear him purring, but he is purring like a madman. And digging in. You want to play some keyboards? You want to play? Hear that purring? Now that purring might only be coming in at one speaker, but my dude purrs. Thank you. I appreciate the positive reinforcement on the toggling of the cameras. Took me a while to figure that out, but let's hear it for YouTube and looking at videos and kind of just following orders. And I pulled it off with about 20 minutes to spare before showtime. So, yeah! Again, if anybody has suggestions, please send them to me. I did not come in very prepared with a set order. This will change eventually, but it hasn't happened yet. But I think maybe it's time to go back and maybe play something from the the most recent album, because I haven't done that in a while. Hey, HH, please back off. All right, I'm going to play a tune that honestly is probably pretty on topic for those that are dealing with the events of Boulder, Colorado, and Atlanta, and anywhere else in the world that, I mean, we've all been dealing with loss in major ways for the past year. So it's very easy to let the negative bring you down entirely. Sometimes you just need to be shown the way to the other side.
Serve me up a plate of lies. Paint me a postcard, a piece for the eyes. Never been so alone, farther away than when we were on the phone. I cannot go on this way. Make up or break up, it's all the same. Closer than we've been before, but somehow this I know is fractured our core. So show me the way to make it through the day. I have to say tomorrow's far away. The longer I stay, the greater my anger takes the place of pain. Still have trouble looking back. Rearview mirrors developed a crack. Wish that I could let things go and pick up the lesson I'm supposed to know. So show me the way to make it through the day. I have to say tomorrow's far away. The longer I stay, the greater my anger takes the place of pain. I spun it all around and tried to find the reason for me running far away. All that I have found is that you're just afraid of saying goodbye to yesterday? One thing I know is life is a constant change. And one way to grow is let go,
All right, y'all. It is time. Oh, I got a cover tune challenge request for a future one. Keep them coming, by the way. Just as a reminder, the way the cover tune challenge works is simple. As of late, I've just been choosing my own based upon my own whims and what's going on in the world or what's going on in my life. But I am always open to suggestions. And the basic premise is this. I don't really like doing cover tunes in general. It's not my thing. Although I have gotten quite a joy out of taking tunes and reconstituting them for piano. So the way I want to do this is I would like songs that are guitar-based or orchestra-based or jazz instrument except for piano-based. If piano's a little accompanying instrument, that's fine. But what I'm really looking for are songs that are going to sound different when bringing them to piano. So if I choose your song, and you can send me requests in multiple ways. If you have my phone number, you can text me it. If you are watching me on Facebook, you can message me on there. You can also just put your suggestions in the chat comments, and I'll go back through and I'll pull them down. I've got a long list of stuff. And if it strikes a chord and I want to do it, then I will acknowledge your selection and you get a free digital download of any of my albums. Likewise, if you're paying attention and watching the shows and you are the first person to correctly guess the artist and the song title, you also win a digital download of your choice. So we've been doing this since, I think, September now, and the list of cover tunes is absurdly long at this point. But it's helped me with my chops, and it's helping me become a better musician. And it is funny to take all these songs that you once heard, and when you start to translate it and see what kind of chord progressions are actually occurring, you're going, oh, well, this isn't complicated at all. So in the case of tonight's cover tune challenge, this took me 15 minutes, I think, to get the basic premise of it. So, and I haven't even practiced it yet with lyrics, but I printed them out about 5 minutes before showtime. So we'll see if I can walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. I apologize for my horrible drinking habit. Unfortunately, it's just I'm a little dehydrated right now after the vaccine, and I've got multiple lights shining upon me to make this a visibly attractive live stream. So without further ado, is everyone ready for the cover tune challenge? I want to see some chat comments. I want to see, make me feel as though you're out there listening. I know some people just tune in and they don't get into the chat room. That's fine. But do me a favor, let me know you're still there. It helps me stay energized as well. And I appreciate it. So as much as I don't like to do the whole look at me thing, I think everyone likes to feel appreciated. So if I know that you're paying attention and you are wanting to be interactive with this, it keeps me wanting to keep playing. All right, this week's cover tune challenge.
You're a real tough cookie with a long history, breaking little hearts like the one in me. That's okay, let's see how you do it. Put up your dukes, let's get down to it. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. You're a real tough cookie with a long history, breaking little hearts like the one in me. Before I put another notch in my lipstick case, you better make sure you put me in my place. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Hit me with your best shot. Why don't you hit me with your best shot? Hit me with your best shot. Fire away. Yeah, yeah.
Jamie, aka Medieval Buxton, gets it nailed. Hit me with your best shot. Pat Benatar from the 80s. I planned on doing falsetto on that high note, and then I got into it a little too much, and then I went full voice, and I didn't quite grab it. So, these things happen, but fire away! That's a falsetto note, not a full voice note, but we're live. And so you got the full voice note, and I apologize. It might have been a little too much. We'll see. But So yes, thank you all for doing it. Hey, Andrew, it's great to see you, buddy. Yes, that was the cover tune challenge. Again, today's theme. Maybe I need to do like a Sesame Street type of thing. So today's theme is the word vaccine and shot. Jamie, just for you, since I know you were late, and just because it was kind of fun to do, and it's short, I'm going to do a little recap, a coda version of the opener, just because I can, without all the little intro stuff. We'll make it short. I'm not gonna regret this shot. I'm not gonna regret this shot. Yeah, my arm hurts like a motherfucker, but I'm not gonna regret this shot. I'm not gonna regret this shot. I'm not gonna regret this shot. Yeah, my arm hurts like a motherfucker. No, I'm not gonna regret my shot. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna, Moderna. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna is what I got inside of here. Moderna, we got what I got in here. Moderna, Moderna. Motherfucker, but I'm not gonna regret this shot. Ow. That was different. I put the ow on the revamped version, but you know, every single one of these tunes is worth the price of admission because I don't charge you a penny, y'all. Nothing. However, that being said, if you are entertained, if you like the stuff that you're hearing, buy an album or go check out an album or share links to the album with friends, family, enemies, bros, whatever you want to call them. And if you already have the albums and you really do appreciate the entertainment value that hopefully I'm providing, and you got some extra ducats that you can throw into my bucket, I am set up with Venmo at JONN-Buzby, B-U-Z-B-Y. And I also am under Buy Me a Beer, and I got to make sure to repost that link for people. But I appreciate the support emotionally, regardless. If you are inclined to help sustain somebody who's trying to do music as a full-time occupation, I'm not going to deny that. So I will enjoy whatever shot gets thrown towards me. So anyway, let's get back to some more music. I got to check. I have not been checking up with the chat as much this tonight because I'm just kind of staying with it as best I can. For my brain is a little fried and my arm is a lot sore. I'm glad I chose the left arm, not the right. I am very right-handed with these tunes. Okay. I see that. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate it. And yes, Kevin, please. That's always okay. I know sometimes you send me links to the radio shows, and I'm busy, and I don't really get a chance to check them out. But anyone's more than welcome to private message me with any requests, any ideas, and things that I can kind of improve upon with this live stream. As you can see, this has been a work in progress for some time, but we are getting better at technology. And I got some work to do on occasion with the mix, and I'm probably going to take a week off at some point to just kind of settle in and get the business end of things right here. Plus, I have some songs I want to record on the drums, so we'll see. I will give you all fair notice if I do take a week off, but as long as I'm inspired and as long as people are going to come out, I'm going to keep trying to at least play for a little bit each night. So what did people do for St. Patrick's Day this year? Did you have a beer? I totally didn't even bother. It didn't even seem right. But I'm not a big holiday person to begin with. I'm not going to lie. I haven't set up a Christmas tree in about 20 years. I do Halloween only if I'm going out trick-or-treating with the nieces and nephew. But they're getting too old for that now because, you know, they're cool. And they're basically teenagers now. But yes, I want to hear what you all do for St. Patty's Day, for Easter, for any of the upcoming holidays, and what you're doing at this point to keep yourself sane and keep yourself safe while waiting for full vaccination to occur. Let's see. Okay. You know what? We're going to try this out. I think we are going to do the title track off of the forthcoming third full-length Land of Chocolate album. You can actually go to youtube.com/Land of Chocolate and see a music video for this tune. It is called Your Finest Hour.
So amazed how much we forget to see. Our lives are such a maze, a self-induced craze, so caught up in the wannabe that we forget. Focused on our joy, we're all just background noise to someone else's silent scream that we won't hear. Empty faces, just passing all around open spaces, just spaces in a crowd, random places. Amazed by all the sound, can we taste it all? Try and take your finest hour, it will surely pay. We always make a play for power and let the ship take sail. Reflect and obtain the key that unlocks all our doors. Can't you see it's all been done before? Personally, just my integrity. There's no way coming to the fore. No matter what the tea or any cap you bring, we'll end up with the go. Empty faces, open places. Try and take your finest hour, and it will show me pale. Reflect and be the key that unlocks all our doors. Can't you see it's all been done before? Reflect and be the key unlocks all our doors. Can't you see it's all been done before? Little sloppy. Haven't played that one in a while, but that's okay. Mistakes are bound to happen. It's how you deal with defeat that makes yourself. So on that note, since I just reminded myself of one of my own lyrics, yes, I just quoted my own lyrics. Look, every once in a while I have ego too. I'm proud of the stuff I write. I love making music. I love sharing it with you. The great joy I get out of these live streams really is just showing what I have and trying to do my best to present it to you. I know you're not going to like every single thing you hear, but the key with everything in life is creativity is one of the greatest forces we have, I think, as human beings. To create something and to put it out into the world. Doesn't care. It doesn't matter if it sucks. Doesn't matter if it's amazing. Just to do it itself. That's something that will always last. And you know, that for me is part of my passion for life, is to continue to create, to continue to put something out there, and you know, with the hopes that at some point, and maybe it's long after I'm gone from this earth, but maybe it will have a positive impact upon someone else. And that is the great equalizer with music, in my opinion. Music can really push out stuff that you can't say with words. And it can help you process. It can help you process sadness, grief, anger, happiness, confusion, strife, you name it. As long as you got music in your life, though, you got something. Because when life comes at you, what do they say? Life is what happens when we're busy making plans. So on that note, this is a song that I wrote. I have been living in Durham, North Carolina with my, I had the two bandmates in Damn Fine Coffee. And unfortunately, the bassist had quit, and I was dating somebody long distance, and a lot of changes were coming at me pretty quick. And I realized it was time to take a chance and take a risk. And I went up to Richmond, subsequently wrote the album for Richmond or Poorer about how much that failed. But I tried, and I don't have regret, because I think the only things in life you really do regret is when you don't take a chance. You can play it safe all along. I could have, like, I know doing these live streams, I can play the fool. I make myself the fool. And a lot of people don't always pay attention to this. Some people just gloss it over. Some people probably see, oh, he's live again. Ugh, scroll. That's how it goes, but you gotta still put yourself out there. Anyway, as I continue to ramble, I'm gonna play a tune from the second Damn Fine Coffee album called These Changes. away, whether bright or hazy gray. These changes are happening everywhere we go. The strangeness is all around, no matter what we do. I've done all the math and chosen my path. Life won't lay down easily, turning the way may lead us astray. Fate will have its say in things. These changes are happening everywhere we go. The strangeness is messing with everything we know. I've seen it 1,000 times. These self-defeated minds shaking, aching for a sign. This time we have make every single minute count. Don't stop to hesitate, or you will never be let go. How far you can go. And all I'll ever need, I own inside my heart and in my mind. If I don't succeed, I still have pride in knowing that I tried. Though life is unfair to anyone, it's worse to quit and run. It's how we face defeat that makes someone when all is said and done. Another new day is breaking our way. I'll expect what it may bring, and all I can say is we'll be okay in our life. There'll be strife. These changes are happening everywhere we go. The strangeness is messing with everything we love.
I appreciate y'all for tuning in tonight. I think I got one more in me at best. Please stay safe, be good to one another, be kind. Try and put yourself in the shoes of others as often as you can. I think that's how we get better as a world, as a society. We're kind of screwed up in America right now. We are very me-centric. We are very self-centered. We are very much look at me, look at me, look at me. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. Anyway, that might become a song, we'll see. For my final one tonight, let's see. All right, I think we're going to end with a tune from the forthcoming Damn Fine Coffee album. This is about wanting to escape and get back to a normal life again. It's called STEM.
Reflecting on the year gone by, we're stuck on new terrain. The celebration draws to me, but I'm stuck inside my brain, yeah. So raise a toast to every song, while the world is raising up its stem. I sit alone and wonder when this ends. Up and pack my bags goodbye, while you never budged an inch. The storm clouds gather in my eye. Did you ever feel the pinch? Yeah, and I never got an answer why. While the world is raising up its stem, I sit alone and wonder when this ends. I've had enough of who's and whys and whens. Let me get back to my life again. Oh, I guess I haven't tried enough to make amends. I guess I haven't tried enough to make more sense. It's just another year gone by. Guess I've got to wait a while and make the best of this. But mark my words, I'll leave it style. While the world is raising up its stem, I sit alone and wonder when this ends. I had enough of who's and whys and whens. Let me get back my life again. Oh, oh, oh.
Y'all have a great night. Peace. Love you.